DJ SharpMC. Live, back on the track. So I want to do a close-up video and do some things. First, I loaded this beat. And it's loaded all on one track. So the first thing I was going to do was go through and explode it. And so now all the different pieces should be on different tracks. Actually, let's find out. All right, so that kind of worked. But one of the things that's been giving me a little bit of surprise is trying to figure out MIDI. So let's put some time in and actually go to one of my MIDI files and try to import it and get this MIDI thing figured out in terms of importing MIDI from MIDI packs. So I got this Ghost Hack free MIDI pack, arcs, basslines, chords, melodies. Let's try melody. I don't think it's going to play it. So we'll take this melody, we'll load it, put it in the next sequence, go to main, go to this sequence. Nothing's playing. Let's just put in a plug-in real quick. Still nothing's playing. Oh, wait, what was that? Thought I heard it. That's an interesting sound. So let's turn that off and try it. Track 2, MIDI out. Close. Oh, it's on the drum kit. Okay. It's not the best melody, but it looks like it, I think it imported it. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it looks kind of, there it is. Okay. So we'll do one more, and then we'll figure out how to get it to the previous track, which is what the plan is. So this is melodies. Let's see, chords. Let's do a chord. Ghost Hack chord. Let's try that one. Load. Put it on the next sequence, sir. Main. Number 3. MIDI out. All right. So let's go to put it on a plug-in. All right. Let's try this one. Oh, let's give it a different plug-in. There we go. All right. Okay, so I got that whole sequence, and there's the chord. All right, so that part's pretty clear. So now what I want to do is I want to take that, and I actually want to copy it and try to paste it on the previous track. So let's figure out a way to do it. I think the first way I'm going to try is the way that most people would think. We'll come to the piano roll, we'll highlight, we'll shift, we'll highlight the tracks that we want to copy, or at least the notes we want to copy. Actually, let's do it, let's try to do it right. All right, so there's the notes. Let's do shift, copy, and then go to main. I'm gonna go back to the first sequence, go to an empty track. Make sure nothing else is playing, because that would totally distort my video. All right, and then put this on plug-in. And now I'm going to paste it here. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to hit shift and paste. Boom. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's one way to get the MIDI import to the track that you're trying to use. So we'll call that MIDI 1. Because that was kind of what I had in mind, at least for importing MIDI. I actually want to import a better MIDI, but at least I got it working. All right, so let's try one more from my collection. Oh, let's do a bass line. That might be a good one. You're the lucky guy, sir. All right. So we'll load the bass line. Then we'll go to the sequence with the bass line, which is this one. We'll actually load the bass line plug-in, and maybe we need a new program, sir. We'll put the bass line plug-in. All right, and let's try the MIDI. Actually, I don't hear anything, so let's see if it imported it. I'm on track 12. I need to be on MIDI out. All right, so new one, MIDI out. So I guess it labels it MIDI out. Make sure the other one's turned off. And this one we're going to put plug in, bassline, select, new, and let's try it. All right. All right, so that's how to get it in. Now let's see if there's any other way to transfer it. I'm gonna go, I got my MIDI. What do I got choices? Clear, explode, double, half, split, pitch, copy track. Copy track. Let's try copy track. I don't know where I'm gonna paste it, but let's try it. Copy track. And, oh, it's just gonna copy it in the same, oh, it's gonna copy it in the same sequence. I'm trying to take it out of the sequence and put it in a different sequence. So that's delete, duplicate to track, bounce to sample. I can bounce it to sample, but I really want to keep the MIDI notes. That's the whole thing we're doing. Save current sample, save current program. All right, so it looks like it's going to be trickier than just doing what I did the first time, which is highlighting the notes in question and going to shift, copy, getting it in the copy part, then go back to my original track, or at least my first song that I'm working with, go to empty track. I'm gonna try to think ahead this time, add a new program, make it bassline. I'm gonna touch my screen a lot because I've been watching a lot of Machine Plus videos, and I'm like, not really hating on it because it's got good sound. It looks like a pretty cool machine. I actually wanted to try it, but it looks like it's gonna be a little bit out of my price range and a little bit out of my use case scenario. But I'm all for anybody who gets it and all the people who love it, because I know I have lots of native instruments, gear and software, and I'm a DJ, so I got a tractor. I'm all on board. I just didn't spend the money for complete or all the sound modules, so that's where I'm at. But anyway, so we got the sound in. Let's go to our bass. Let's go to shift, paste. There's our bass. Let's play it. All right, so that's how I get MIDI in and copy it over. I don't know why they didn't just give you a chance to put it on a new track. That would have made more sense, but I ain't gonna hate on them because this machine's pretty flexible, and anybody who uses it, including a lot of the stuff I've been reading lately, it's a powerful, like, digital tape recorder. You can just cut and splice and sample and see and edit. And anyway, all right. So that was one thing I wanted to show, was copying the sounds over from MIDI, and I got to spend more time because I got lots of MIDI programs. Actually, let me just take one more and make sure there's nothing else on the MIDI. Chords, melody, arps. I guess I should do an ARP. That might make more sense. We'll do one ARP. We'll load an ARP in, and I guess this is just going to be a MIDI video, which is fine with me. So number 5, and then we need a new plug-in, and it's ARP. So we'll do tube sync just to kind of get a plug-ins a little bit of love. All right, so that's a different plug-in, and let's check it. Track 13, MIDI track, go here, and then let's go to the MIDI out track, which is apparently the default. We'll put on plug-in and make this the tube synth one, new program, and let's do a synth sound so it doesn't get crazy with the sounds. That'll work. All right, so let's try it. This is bringing in an arpeggiator MIDI. Oh, that's pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna build a beat with it because that's how I roll. So we're gonna keep that. I'm gonna back up one, switch to a drum track. Up. I love this efficiency. The beats just come. It's amazing. You know, they just flow like nobody's business. All right, so it says 5 bars, which totally isn't even, but I'm gonna flow with it. All right, works for me, because this is kind of getting longer than I wanted, but I'm just gonna make a quick little beat and we'll just roll with it. All right, so now we need some drummy drums. I was trying to do drums, but that melody sounded sick. So now I'm gonna try to lay some drums over it. All right, so I think I'm gonna let's see if I can just do a beat. Okay, so that's kind of working the way I had in mind. Let's quickly adjust the levels. So we'll go to track mix. Did I hear something else playing in the background? That was kind of weird. Let's just do the MIDI. Okay, let's see what's on 3. Okay, and then what's on the lead? So that arc sound. All right, so anyway, SharpMC doing MIDI tests. I'm gonna finish making my next video, but this is good enough showing how to import MIDI, and we'll drop it once it's ready. SharpMC. See you next time. Peace, peace, peace.